Did you see Scout Grandin on your... He's gone. He's gone. Grandin was a good friend of Jace Turbat, one of the researchers. He was killed by Hakkonites. I'm starting to worry that Grandin's gone and done something... stupid. He was supposed to send word back when he reached his station, but... nothing. Keep an eye out for him, please. For me.
I helped our soldiers defend against a Hakkonite raid.
That's a relief. We've lost enough men to them.
I should go.
See you soon, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, Baron Ava Pierre Lamontezin. I've come to consult with your soldiers on matters pertaining to natural threat. The beasts of these woods are fierce, and I fear they've already claimed the life of my dear, devoted scribe.
Are my soldiers running into problems?
They face delays establishing camps due to pests of various nature. I offered to consider the matter. There is an herb mixture. Correctly placed, it could ward beasts away from their supplies. I would not presume to further involve myself in your organization's military affairs. Perhaps I might entrust these to you.
I should go.
Inquisitor.
I didn't think this would actually work.
Shall we have a look around?
Orders for Grandin.
Undead Hakkonites. Hope he hasn't run into more trouble.
Herb wards. Those could assist the soldiers. I take it you've met Baron de Mortizan?
And you are...
Dulwich, your worship. The Master's scribe.
The Mortizan said you were dead.
I'm merely late, sir. I was not to return until I'd gathered evidence on the Nox Morta.
You're gathering evidence on a...
The Nox Morta. I was to set out apparatus for gathering information on the beast. Retrieving it proved difficult. Gurguts. If you're out here anyway, your worship, I can inform you that the Baron's pockets are deep. He would no doubt appreciate any efforts made on his behalf.
What is the Nox Morta exactly?
A skulking beast the Master believes lies somewhere in the Basin.
That's not very specific.
I'm afraid specificity eludes us, sir. Officially, the beast remains undiscovered and unwitnessed.
I should be going.
Very good, sir.
These were Hakkonites.
One of our soldiers has been through here. That dagger bears the Inquisition crest.
Maker. More dead Hakkon warriors.
Too much, too sharp. Something's wrong.
Inquisition soldier. Grandin?
No, he's different.
Inquisitor, I've abandoned my post, haven't I? I had cause, just missing the permission part.
Harding told us about your friend, Jace.
He was studying at the university. Those Hakkon bastards. Jace wasn't a soldier, he wasn't even armed. After this, he was going to show me Val Royeaux. I've never been. I thought we might... I can't let this happen.
You've been fighting your way through the jaws of Hakkon. Alone.
I wasn't a soldier either, not before this. I lived in the Circle. Never had the skill for combat spells, so I picked up a sword. I wanted to fight for the Inquisition. The jaws of Hakkon almost ended that, too. I was bleeding out when it saw me. It knows what I know. They will not kill more people. Not like Jace. I will protect them, Inquisitor.
doesn't have to be this way. Release Grandin's spirit.
Release? The spirit remains because I want it to. I will protect our people. I want to fight, Inquisitor.
You're not walking out of here, demon.
If you stop me, then I cannot stop them. I won't allow it.
Lad.
I don't understand Celine and Gaspard.
I shall try to suppress my shock.
There's no hurt. Nothing there touched you.
Did you expect me to get misty-eyed over who rose to glory and who paid the price, Demon? It is the game. No matter what transpired at the Winter Palace, I took steps to strengthen my position.
How do you make a game that you always win?
Practice. Rather chewed upon.
houses. It all sounds awful and precarious.
I've news about Scout Grandin.
Maker. Don't tell me. He's dead, isn't he?
Yes. He is dead.
Another one gone. Just like that. Never get used to it, do you? Maker. I'll miss him. The boy was great company. Terrible jokes, but that was a part of his charm. You know?
I should go.
Safe travels.
Dunwich yet lives while I was so certain of his passing. The Maker smiles on this endeavor.
Your scribe, Dunwich, mentioned something called the Nox Morta.
Ah, yes. I have yet to lay eyes upon it. Pray do not request details so soon. Not when concrete evidence lies yet unturned.
I've evidence of your Nox Morta, I think.
Yes. To observe the mark of the teeth. Let me see. Good and good. But this. A beast unclassified and interested in the bait presented. What lies before us is an opportunity to greet the unknowable. Yet I confess fear, knowing I lack the skill to confront it. Surely Andraste's herald does not share my limitation. If you would take the bait and confirm its existence, I would be in the Inquisition's debt.
I should go.
Inquisitor.
Mortazan said to place the bait here. We need to find a good spot.
How long before this Nox Morta takes interest?
So now we... What was that?
Maker, is that... expected.
Mortazan will want to hear about this.
Pray, do not keep me in suspense. Your haunted stare speaks plainly of an encounter with the Nox Morta.
Is the Nox Morta a bog fisher by any chance? A large, aggressive bog fisher?
Bogfisher. That quaint nomenclature inadequately describes its lesser kin, and here is whom they must serve.
Why didn't you...
I told them to have proof of its existence. Minds shall be enlightened. So when enlightenment comes at the cost of such fearful truths, I must wonder at its tone. Permit my humble gratitude to reflect the risk taken, your worship. Where's Dunwich? I must draft a letter to the university.
I should go.
Inquisitor.
I believe this was Colette's destination.
Inquisitor, you may want to see this. Inquisitor! I was going to send word. I found something. This inscription, almost completely faded, but... two stood. Felt 60 true before our triumph. A breath in the hunt, and let rest the lowlanders, worthy of the lady's care. The markings and surrounding artifacts date to Ameridan's time. The references and scripts suggest Avar.
What's your theory?
I need to complete a full survey and have Professor Kenrick evaluate the site himself. But this may be a tribute to Heron and Orina, Inquisitor Ameridan's companions.
What makes you think the inscription refers to Heron and Orina?
It's only a theory, but the age of the markings and surrounding artifacts match the timeline we've established for Ameridan. We know that Ameridan and his companions came into violent contact with the Avar. I found glass fragments in the clay, several with slight veins of discoloration. Blue. Like Templar artifacts.
Templars?
The Templars were a new order in Ameridan's time. Given their small numbers then, few would be found outside the Chantry's reach. It's unusual to find one deep in uncharted territory, unless he traveled here for a purpose, as Heron would have.
What happened here?
Ameridan and his companions fought the original Jaws of Hakkon. They were outnumbered, but Ameridan had a sworn duty. Could Ameridan and Telana be skilled enough to slip past the Jaws of Hakkon? What if someone had to buy them time?
If this is the resting place of Heron and Dorina, it only remains because the Avar took time to honor them.
Hakkon is a god of war. If the Jaws of Hakkon worshipped him, they may have respected those embodying the ideal warrior. This is the original version of the cult, of course. I can't speak of its current followers.
What do you know about Heron?
When the Templar Order was first formed, Sir Heron was among its members. He's arguably the most famous of the original Templars, though he was never one of their leaders. He's better known as one of Inquisitor Ameridan's confidants. They'd known each other since youth.
So they were close. Friends.
When Ameridan was made Inquisitor, Heron's position in his inner circle was assumed. A few ballads about them survive. The type with adventures and happy endings. I don't know if they're true. They remind me of my brothers, though.
What can you tell me about Orina?
Orina was an alchemist in Orzammar. It's said she met Ameridan while dealing with a demon, but it's not known why Ameridan was there. Demons aren't common in the deep roads, but they were a problem for the Inquisition at the time. Orina knew she could help, so she joined Ameridan.
If she left Orzammar, that would make her a surfacer.
She turned her back on the stone, though it's said she had few regrets. Some claim she was actually from one of Orzammar's noble families, but who can say? She never used her last name on the surface, and once exiled, the family likely struck her name from personal documents. Professor Kenrick petitioned Orzammar's Shaperate to grant access to their records, but the request was turned down.
What will you do with this information?
Professor Kenrick will expect detailed notes on the location, stone and clay samples, and any trace artifacts I can find. If Ameridan's history is compiled, this could be worth an entire chapter. I might get credit on the inside cover.
Thank you, Colette.
Inquisitor.